Hi fans, I'm the PC Expert Amateur, and we're going to take a dip into episode 29 of the airflow and pressure differential comparison for 120 millimeter fans. And as always, please remember this is the air flow meter or anemometer that I use. And unfortunately, it doesn't have the level of precision I need to make sure that the airflow numbers are exact. That's the downside. The good side is the problem is the same across all fans. The larger the airflow number, the more distorted it is, the more exaggerated, or rather, the larger it becomes. It's a matter of mathematics, so it's a consistent problem that affects all fans equally to the degree that it is possible for those fans to be affected. And that means that I can still rank these fans without any worry about inaccuracy. I just can't tell you the exact airflow numbers. Also keep in mind I use cubic meters per hour instead of cubic feet per minute. Now, so the fans that we're going to look at today are the BlackNoise Noiseblocker M12-PS-PWM NB-Multiframe. It's a mouthful, I know. It's interesting because the four corners are removable silicone rubber. The SilverStone Air Penetrator AP121, which has the, what's the right expression for it? It has a grill built into the backside that helps to direct the air so it will go farther, which is interesting. And the Thermaltake Dark Moon TT1225. And this one looks like that. And I believe this is a pretty old one because the it's only got MolXD, and the writing is, as you noticed, almost entirely in Chinese. A lot of the companies that we think are American companies or European companies are actually Chinese companies. And the NZXT 120 millimeter RF-FZ120-02. And this one has both a 3-pin and a MolXD. The SilverStone, I believe it was, has came with a MolXD that had 5 volt, 7 volt, and 12 volt, sorry, MolXD. So I was able to take those numbers and put them in. I put the 5 volt and 7 volt numbers for the MolXD into the minimum, and then the 12 volt into the maximum columns. And finally, we've got the Lepa Vortex. Lepa is a Cougar brand now. I don't think it was back in the day, but it is now. It also has a built-in grill on the back to help push the air farther. So those are the fans that we're going to be looking at. And first of all, I would like to ask your help. But I don't know if I should say help exactly, but I'd like you to participate. And what I want you to do is I'm going to put up on the screen the RPMs for these 5 fans. And I want you to look at the fan information. And I want you to decide which fan will be the worst for airflow and which fan will be the best, and which fan will be the worst and the best for pressure differential. And then go ahead and put that in the comments. Once you put it in there, save it. Please don't change it, even if you discover that you were wrong. This is not a competition. There's no right or wrong here. This is just a learning experience, I guess you could say. And I think you might find sometimes it's easier than you think it is. Sometimes, however, it will be surprising when you see the results. So let's go ahead and look at that. All right, the Thermaltake Dark Moon TT1225 was published rate was 1,000. It came in at 1241.2. NZXT was supposed to be 1,200. It came in at 1323.9, which is within the specification of plus or minus 200 RPMs. BlackNoise, Noiseblocker, M12-PS was supposed to be 1,500. It came in at 1,550. The SilverStone was supposed to be 1,500. It came in 1,594. And the Lepa, which was supposed to be 1,600, came in at 1,696.8. So go ahead and put in the comments your guesses about best and worst for the next two screens. Okay, and we can see that the Lepa, although it had the highest RPMs, was the worst for airflow. Now, for some of you, this may not be surprising, and for others of you, it may be surprising. It came in at 124.2. The BlackNoise was in second place at 133.8. The Thermaltake was in third place at 138. Then the SilverStone beat them all at 163.2, but the NZXT was 9 ahead of it. So the NZXT has the best airflow, and the Lepa has the worst. So how did you do? Did you guess the best and worst ones? Now we'll take a look at the pressure differential and see how you did there. And you can see that the BlackNoise was the worst again at 56. One better than that was the Thermaltake. Another one better was the SilverStone at 58. Then the Lepa was 5 better at 63, and the NZXT was at 65. So did you get that one right? I hope that you learned something interesting from this. Okay, so now you'll be able to see how each of these fans stacks up against the other fans that are already in the list. We can see that the Thermaltake and NZXT are both in the first quartile. They're doing okay, but they're not amazing. And so just take a look. And in the second quartile, we have the BlackNoise and the SilverStone. And I think that's the beginning of the third quartile, perhaps, the Lepa and Max. I'll go all the way down just so you can see the rest of the list. Kind of getting up to be a long list. So maybe that Lepa actually is also in the second quartile. It's kind of hard to tell for sure. This is first quartile for sure. Yeah, those are all in the second quartile. All right. Now I'm going to resort this based on pressure differential. And here we can see the worst fans in terms of pressure differential are the Lambtron and the UNM Life at 20 and 21 respectively. And good news, none of the 5 are in the first quartile. So let's slowly move down, and we can see the BlackNoise and then the Thermaltake in the second quartile, followed by the SilverStone and the Lepa and the NZXT all appear to be in that second quartile. I'll keep on going so you can see the rest. Well, actually, whoa, that's interesting. I did not see that coming. The NZXT is actually in the third quartile, and the Lepa is too. Oh wait, no, the NZXT is in the fourth quartile, and the Lepa is in the third. Well, anyways, not bad. Now, one more time, I'm going to sort this by airflow. And we can see that the Lepa, BlackNoise, and Thermaltake are all in the first quartile. Not too surprising there. In the second quartile, we have the SilverStone and NZXT. So as you can see, none of them are like really, really impressive. But the last two, especially the NZXT, not too bad. All right, now I'm going to show you the whole list. Whoops, went too far. There it is. And I'm going to sort this one more time. I'm sorry, not sort. I'm going to scoot this over so you can see the RPMs too. And maybe if you look carefully, you'll notice some kind of pattern emerging from the numbers that might inform you better in the future as to whether a fan will be good for airflow or pressure differential. I'm just going to go through this list for you and let you try to formulate a theory. And if you ever feel comfortable, feel free to share that theory in the comments. And there we have it. That is the whole list. So I hope you found something useful from this, that maybe you were looking into fans and you saw something that helped you to choose. Please keep in mind that fans that are high in airflow are great for exhaust. Fans that are high in static pressure, which is not shown here, are great for intake. So if you have a fan that has high intake and high pressure, static pressure, and airflow, then that fan is a hybrid that'll be great both for intake and exhaust. So I hope that helps you. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.
I need to ask for your help. Things have been challenging. Whose life hasn't been challenging lately? So if you can please help me out by liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, and turning on notifications, that would be really, really super. Also, if you'd like to help me financially and you can't afford to, you can do a super thanks on my Glenn's Fast Reviews channel, or you can become a member there. Or if you prefer, you can go to patreon.com/GLENNMII and become a member there instead. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to Bleeping Computer for their support of my channel. If you need resources for computers, for getting rid of malware and learning about cybersecurity and stuff, Bleeping Computer, BLEEPING computer.com is a great resource. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day.